All right, boys and girls, the Junkman coming at you with another video series, and this time we're going to cover the topic of touchless car washes. And as I take a look at myself, man, I'm looking all like Grady up on Sanford and Son up in here, but you know, that's how a brother in his garage production roll. You know, we don't make it pretty, we just get the job done. So I'm gonna just rough it on out here. But check it out, here's the deal. A lot of guys think that because they take their car through a touchless car wash, that is better for the paint. Well, it is to a degree. It depends on what happens at the end of that car wash. Now here's the deal. I don't care how much pressure you use on a car, or how much pressure the water is used on the car. How much water pressure? How about that? How much water pressure is used on the car? You are not going to remove all of the film that is matted to the clear coat, unless you're taking paint off with it. And that's enough pressure. But all of your touchless car washes, the water pressure, I don't care how strong it is not going to remove, it'll get all the big dirt off the car, but it's not going to remove that matted on finish. So thus, when you get to the end of that that touchless wash, whatever happens at that point is going to make or break your paint job. If there's a bunch of guys at the end of the thing with a bunch of crappy towels that they use at all the car washes, ready to dry your car off, you are abusing your paint job like you wouldn't believe. Because not only are they using low quality towels to rub on your car, which is going to scratch it to death, but all the remaining matted on dirt that is still on the car is getting ground into the finish. Talk about a recipe for swirls. I mean, you are dogging your car big time when you do that. Now, there may be some of you out there who don't believe the Junkman, but that's okay, because the Junkman is here today to show you the truth. I'm unplugging people from the matrix left and right. We're going down to Zion, we're gonna have us a good time. We're gonna dance and party, because we're taking swirls out of paint jobs, and I'm showing you how to not put the swirls in the paint job to begin with. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I've got my vet here. I drove it yesterday. It rained. I got caught in the rain. It wasn't a big downpour. It was just enough to get it dusty and dirty and to matte to the finish. And now, instead of taking a waterless product and wiping on it, or using detail spray, or the things that I see guys do, which just destroy the paint, I am going to show you, using a touchless system, how touchless does not necessarily equal good for your paint. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you in close, and then I'm going to put a whole lot of pressure, water pressure, on the car to remove the film, and let you see if it gets removed. Now first, let me bring you in here so that you can see how dirty it is. All right, let me bring you in. Okay, right now I'm bringing you in real close, letting you see the dirty film that is on the car. You can see it. There's dirt there. Now I'm going to do something that I tell people never to do. I'm going to just wipe on it just to give you an idea. You see how much dirt is there. Like I said, I didn't get caught in a downpour. It was just a kind of a drizzle. But it's good and stuck to the paint now. And I can try to California dust all I want. That ain't going to take it off. Detail spray or waterless wash products is going to grind it into the finish. So I'm going to put you back on the tripod, and I'm going to take some high pressure water to it, and we're going to see if it removes this film of dirt from the paint. Here we go. Okay, boys and girls, I've got my water hose turned on. I've got my fancy nozzle here that has all kinds of different settings. You can do all kinds of things. I've got stream, and I've got cone jet, and you know, just all kinds of various settings that I can turn it on. I'm going to turn it on to stream. Let me get a shot and see what stream looks like. Yeah, that's a pretty good stream there. I need to adjust this bad boy so it'll come off there. All right. Okay, so now you see how hard the water pressure is. Now I'm going to spray, and I'm going to bring you in here somewhat close. Let me zoom you in a little bit so that you can see how hard I'm going at this finish, okay? So here we are, and now I'm gonna give it a blast. Notice how close I am. All right. Now, that was a lot of pressure. And I'm telling you, it did absolutely a little good to get some of the stuff off the paint. But you're going to see that it did not remove everything. Now, there may be some of you out there who are saying, well, Mr. Junkman, of course it ain't going to work. You didn't use any soap. Let me zoom you out and let you see something. You know, I buy more detailing stuff to try out to see if it's worth its weight in plastic, and a lot of it ain't. But I do find some unique uses. I don't remember where I bought this thing. I bought it years ago, but it's worthless for what it was made for, but it is great for cleaning under the car. And undercarriage cleaner, it is great at. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna use this device. It's got a pretty good strong stream to it too. So I'm gonna use it right now, and we'll see if it does any good. This time I'm using soap, so here we go. Let me turn it on first. Gotta turn my water on first. It's a little tricky. It's got a locking trigger. So when you cut your water on, you better be ready. Okay, here we go. So you see how close I was and how hard I'm going at it. Most of you ain't gonna be this close to your car. So now that I've done that and pretty much got soaked over here, I'm gonna swap this out and rinse that soap off, and we are going to see how much dirt it removed. Using my quick disconnects. You'll find these in your home and gardening area, quick disconnect. I actually got these from Auto Geek. I mean, this comes in handy. You can switch between devices, cut the water off, cut the water on. Things are great. Now I'm gonna rinse off this soap. Switch this around. All right, here we go. Okay. Now, because I don't dry by hand, I use a $29 leaf blower that I got from Sears. I'm going to blow that area dry because I don't want to grind that crap into my paint. Okay, now for the tail of the tape. The Junkman gonna bring you in and let you see for yourself. You can believe your lying eyes if you want to. Here they go. All right, when you come in and look at it, it almost looks pretty good. It looks like, well, that looks clean. That looks clean. But see, I'm looking at the letters, and I see that dirt. Look at the top of that R. See all that dirt still in there? You saw how close I was. As I'm coming down the rest of the finish, I don't know how well it's translating. There's dirt there. There's dirt over here. You can see it now. I know you can see that. You see all that dirt still on the pet car? Let me wipe it, some of it here. Let me see. right there. Look at that. Let me make sure I get a good angle so you can see that. Look at that. That is dirt still matted to the finish. Right there. Look at it. I came all the way across this part. You saw how close I was. Look at that. Dirt still there. Dirt still there. My friends, if you go wiping on that stuff, you do nothing but grind that dirt into the finish. And when you do it long enough, your swirls start showing up. This, my friends, is why touchless is not effective. Dirt that is matted to the finish has to be touched. And you do that with the 2-bucket wash system or method. And for those of you who don't know what the 2-bucket wash method is, you need to go watch the rest of my videos because I explain it in detail. Look at that. Look at that. You see my finger swipe? You see that? The proof is in the pudding. You can believe your lying eyes if you want to. All right, let me get you back on the tripod. So that, my friends, is why touchless is not all that great for your paint. If you use a touchless wash and you don't dry the car off, like it's the winter time, you live in New York, you got all that snow and salt on your car, and you just want to knock that off, that's fine. Just don't be rubbing up against the paint. Don't dry it off. Let it air dry. Don't mess with it. You can at least knock that big dirt, salt, whatever off. But if you think it's safe or effective for your paint, you just saw right here that it ain't. And this was with a light amount of dirt on the car. Imagine for those of you who have been driving in a downpour or like salt and the stuff they put on the roads up north, mud, or like you go down a really dusty trail or somewhere. That stuff, I'm telling you, that's even worse. And it ain't gonna come off as much as what came off here. So touchless is not effective. It's not as safe as you think it is. So that's why I only use it in a situation where I just want to knock a bunch of dirt off the car, and that's it. I'm not going to dry it afterwards. I'm not going to touch the paint afterwards. I'm not going to rub up and lean up against the car because I'd be grinding all that dirt back into the paint. You don't want to do that. So that concludes another Junkman video series. And now you know touchless is not effective or all that effective, and is definitely not the way to save your paint job, especially when you go drying on it after you're done. Well, that's it, boys and girls. I've got another video series coming up on my technique of rinsing, so look for that one. I need to go wash the car first so I can make that. So I'll be coming back looking like Grady again. I was Sanford and Son. All right, this is the Junkman, signing out.